What's up? What's happening? What is popping? What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another great edition of Simone with the Sports. I'm Simone, bringing you guys daily sports talk. So if you're new here, if you're old here, you haven't already subscribed to my channel, start what you're doing. Leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Also, make sure you check out the many links down below. The very first one is to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel. The second link is to shop the official Simone with the Sports, a merch collection. Get your classy tee, the wavy tee, or the flower dye crew neck. And lastly, guys, if you don't do anything else, turn your notification bells on, because you already know the videos are coming like boom, 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 and you don't want to miss a single video or a single live stream when I finally do go live. But y'all, we have the 53-man roster for the 2022-2023 NFL season. Okay, not everybody can make the roster, you know what I'm saying? But we got our 53-man, and of course, Howie Roseman is going to make any big NFL day very eventful for the Birds. So we started off the day with a bang. We waived Anthony Harris, was signaled to everyone. Once we waived Anthony Harris, who was going to be a starter for us, that signaled to everyone that a trade was coming, and it was for New Orleans Saints safety. Y'all, every time I hear his name, I think of Sauce Gardner, but Gardner-Johnson is his name. So we made a big trade today for him, and then the big question was, is Jalen Reagor going to be traded ahead of the 53-man roster? But he is still on the roster. Okay, so that's one of the second big pieces of news. But let's get into all of the cuts today. So, well, these cuts weren't necessarily all today, but to get down to the 53-man roster. So, we released the following players: Deon Cain, LaRaven Clark, Anthony Harris, Richard Rodgers, JAQUISKI, TARTT, and Cameron Tom. Now, you guys know Anthony Harris and JAQUISKI, TARTT were letdowns. Anthony Harris, a bigger letdown, because we made a big whoop-de-doo-doo-doo about signing Anthony Harris, and he ain't did shit for us. So that was he was a letdown, but JAQUISKI, TARTT was not as much as a letdown. I think we, including myself, kind of got our hopes up too much for JAQUISKI. Not like we were like, oh, JAQUISKI, TARTT is going to be the next Malcolm Jenkins, but we were thinking JAQUISKI was going to have a good veteran presence for us in the safety room, and he really didn't do G. And I just love it. I love how Howie Roseman is not settling for complacency this season. The safety room was weak and bleak, and what did he do? Made a move. We basically traded pennies to the Saints to get Gardner back. So that is really good. It's really showing that the Birds are about that shit this season. You know what I'm saying? We trying to pop our shit. So we waived the following players. Devin Allen. Devin Allen was someone who was, we never thought Devin Allen was going to be like wide receiver 3 or nothing. But Devin Allen was looking like someone who could make some plays for us on special teams. That speed, that track star. He's a runner. He's a track star. But he's no longer with the Birds. But our practice squad will be coming out tomorrow. Maybe, you know, a lot of these guys will be on the practice squad tomorrow. We released Jack Anderson, Coyote Owiska, Josh Blackwell, Kennedy Brooks. My man, Kennedy Brooks. I had high hopes for him after the draft. Andre Chaudhry, Britton Covey. Britton Covey was getting that work earlier in the training camp and offseason. Britton Covey was getting that work. He was probably going to be a practice squad guy. Christian Ellis, Mario Goodrich, Tay Gowan, John Hightower, Jason Huntley, Matt Leo, Matt McCain, Reed Sinnett, Jacoby Stevens, Carson Strong, Noah Togaya, Kerry Vincent, Marvin Wilson, Renell Wren, and we injured the following player, Kobe Smith, and we placed the following player on reserve, injured Greg Ward. So like I said, a lot of those guys will be signing to the practice squad tomorrow. But again, not that many surprises. There's nobody who we thought would make the 53-man roster that did it. The only guys that really like surprised us were like bubble guys, in my opinion. A bubble guy being Devin Allen. Never really expected him to make the 53, but he did make a late push. Britton Covey was getting a lot of work towards the beginning of the training camp. Didn't really get that much work towards the end. So there's that. And I do believe Greg Ward will be at least on the practice squad. So our 53-man roster goes as said. Jalen Hurts and Gardner Minshew, Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Quez Watkins, Zach Pascal, Jalen Reagor. Tight ends, Dallas Goedert, Jack Stoll, Grant Calcaterra, O-line, Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata, Jason Kelsey, Landon Dickerson, Isaac Samala, Cam Jurgens, Andre Dillard, Jack Driscoll, Sue Opeta, Josh Seals. Defensive tackle, Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, Jordan Davis, Milton Williams, and Marlon Tuipulotu. Defensive end, outside linebacker, Josh Sweat, Hassan Reddick, Brandon Graham, Derek Barnett, Taron Jackson, Patrick Johnson, Kyron Johnson. Inside linebacker, TJ Edwards, Kaiser White, Nakobe Dean, Davion Taylor, Sean Bradley. Davion Taylor was looking really bad towards the second half of camp, but we're not that deep. We're really good. We're really top heavy at linebacker, so it was kind of like we already knew that Davion was going to make the roster, even though he was slipping towards the second half of camp. Cornerbacks. So we ended up keeping 6. Darius Slade, James Bradberry, Avonte Maddox, Zach McPherson, Josh Jobe, and Josiah Scott. Now, we started flirting with Josiah Scott at safety. He ended up getting hurt, but he is listed on the 53-man as a cornerback, which he originally was when he came to the team. But he's someone who we might still see float between cornerback and safety. Josiah Scott and Josh Jobe. Shout out to Josh Jobe, undrafted free agent out of Alabama, making the 53-man roster. Him and Josiah are dealing with some injuries, so we don't know if they're going to be ready week 1. So we might see some things change there. Safety, Marcus Epps, the new man in town. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Kavon Wallace, and Reed Blankenship. Specialist, Jake Elliott, Rick Lovato, and Aaron Suppose. So, yeah, everyone, there's really not any surprises on the 53-man roster. The biggest surprise, of course, was us making that trade for Chauncey today. Jalen Reagor not getting traded was a surprise. Like I said, Greg Ward got waived injured reserve. I really feel like he's going to be on the practice squad and will probably work his way up to the roster at some point. But, again, like I keep saying, Nick Sirianni hasn't been using Greg Ward as much as Doug Peterson did. So, he just might not want Greg Ward on the roster. You know what I'm saying? But, again, there's not really that many surprises on our 53. But now that we have the 53, it is time for me to give my record prediction. So I will be going through the schedule telling you the wins and losses in my opinion, but I need y'all to help me out. So down below, let me know who y'all think will make the 53. I said who will make the 53. Let me know. Let me know y'all record prediction for the Birds, because next week we have NFL football. So let me know y'all record prediction. I'll let you guys know mine soon. But make sure you guys like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Check the links down below. Buy me a coffee, I feel this channel. Shop the official Simone with the Sports merch collection. And until I talk to you guys next time. Bye.